Okay, so I had a question in the forums about formatting output for the subform, and I wanted to cover the most basic output, which is built in to the subform field. If you have regular repeating data, or pardon me, just regular data. If you have just a regular subform, this with nothing strange, select lists, integers, texts, anything with just a regular value. If you're not doing anything weird, you're not using, one of my map, the location fields, or basically, if you're using standard field types, you can use the subform field without having to worry about writing code for your output. So one of the things that I wanted to build into this was the ability to output simple data without any kind of formatting at all. Or, pardon me, without any kind of programming at all. All you have to do is create the form, and the field type will create the output for you. So what I've done here is I've made up a very simple form, and I'm gonna expand these. This is not gonna look so simple, but I collapsed them all just to show that there are only 4 fields in this form. What it is I spent the morning listening to congressional testimony, so I've got Congress on the brain. I've created a simple form where I fill out a name, I fill in which House of Congress, I choose a state, and I choose a political party. Okay, so there's only 4 fields in this form, and here's what it looks like. I've put in 2 members of the Senate, and I'm just going to put in another one. Nope, I'm not going to put in another one yet. So, I created a article for this particular field, just to demo this for you. And I didn't create any. Let me bring up the thingy here again. I didn't create any additional files for this. I mean, I could create the translations for this, but I didn't, just because like I said, I wanted to show exactly how simple this could be. The only thing I created here was the congress.xml, and it's just these 4 fields. So let me get back here. The standard output for regular data is to create a table using the field labels as the table headings, and putting the content into each individual row of the table. So I've entered in just the 2, Lamar Alexander and Tammy Baldwin. There's their data right there. Let's run over here to the Senate Gov website and grab John Barrasso, Republican, Wyoming. And we refresh, and there he is. So, if you want to display tabular data, if you have just an array of data you want to put in, it is super duper easy to just create your subform and allow the plugin to format your output on its own. It will totally do it by itself. And there's really not much configuration. Let me show you the configuration for that particular field. I selected the Congress subform, didn't tell it to load a language, didn't tell it to load a template, not grouping by field set. I did set multiple to true. The layout has to do with the way that you do the inputs, so I wanted it as a table, the repeatable table layout. You could just do the other repeatable, and you can swap back and forth. Here, let me show you. That one doesn't matter at all. It's personal preference how you want those items to be displayed. So you see here now they're no longer tabular, they're in individual groups. You see? So that field configuration is your preference, how you want the data displayed. I wanted it in a table format. You'll want to set the minimum and maximum items to 0 if you don't have an upper limit, the show buttons. Other than that, you only choose, this is a regular field option here. This is nothing specific to Subform. You'll see this on every field. You'll choose the automatic display, which area of the site you want it shown on, if you want it to show a label or not. All this stuff is the regular stuff. I mean, I'm trying to make this as simple as possible when simplicity is what is required. If you just want to display tabular data, then all you have to do is create the form, and the plugin will do the rest for you. So this is available on RichUweb now. I take feature requests very seriously. If you think that there's something that Subform should do, I'd like to hear about it, and if it makes sense to add to the extension, then I will. Thank you. Bye-bye.